taxation in ensuring national development. More women groups pitch tent with APC candidates ahead on the governorship poll. National Youth Service Corps clarifies directive on new minimum wage payment. And from the foreign scene, officials recover 62 bodies from Brazil plane crash sites.
Good evening and thank you very much for joining us tonight on the news at 7 on Osrc television. I am Oyewumi Ayinugara. Towards ensuring financial accountability and transparency at the local government level, the Ondo State House of Assembly has called for the presentation of financial allocation of the 18 local governments in the state for the last 6 months. The House at the plenary presided over by the Speaker Olamide Oladiji said the House would continue to ensure that public funds are properly appropriated. House of Assembly correspondent Omoshiniola Adesoye Ajayi reports.
The need to ensure financial accountability at the local government level for sustainable economic growth at the grassroots took center stage during the plenary. The Speaker, Olamide Oladiji, said the move was part of efforts to enforce transparency and responsible governance in the management of public funds and promote financial accountability within the state's local government system.
People are complaining here and there that money is not being dispersed, that there's hardship, being power, and all that. And not that they are not giving them money.
Oladiji, who stressed the Assembly's commitment to ensuring that local governments are run with the highest standards of transparency, expressed determination of the hallowed chamber to ensure that public funds are used effectively to bring about meaningful development in rural communities.
This part of the House of Assembly, we must be able to see what they are doing there, and before now we are the one that is appropriating money for them, and if we are appropriating money for them, we should be able to check how the money that we appropriate for them is being spent.
Some of the lawmakers agreed that the heads of local government administration must provide a detailed account of how they have utilized the funds allocated to them, particularly in executing developmental projects. Others noted that the move is essential for building public trust. Thereafter, the Deputy Speaker, Prince Abayomi Akeruton, moved a motion that all heads of local government administration appear before the House to account for the management of public funds allocated to their respective council areas, and was seconded by a lawmaker representing Akoko North East constituency, Oluwatoyin Japhet.
What is being said to the local government, but this money, we need to know how this money is being spent. We need to go and give account to the taxes of these roads. I think that that some of these local government administration who are in charge of this fund to give account of how money is being spent in the last few months.
I'm reaching like 2 asking for the records of their expenditure for the past million for the past months. But as I speak with you, Mr. Speaker, it is only 8 local governments that have been turned up to now. So I see this as a disrespect to the constituent of the authority. And by this note, I honorable David, I write the second motion. Those in favor of that, you say aye. Those against say nay.
The Speaker therefore directed the Clerk of the House, Jayola Benjamin, to communicate all concerned authorities. Meanwhile, the heads of local government administration in the 18 council areas are expected to appear before the House on 16th of August 2024. Omoshiniola Adesoye Ajayi, Osrc News.
Muslim women in Ondo State affirmed their weight behind the Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa in the November governorship election. During the visits of Odatiwa Women Initiative, led by the Special Advisor to Governor of Women Affairs, Shehu Osamaid, in Akure, Members of the Muslim movement in APC commended Governor Aiyedatiwa for his leadership style and good governance since he assumed office. Omolionla Mbiji has more.
The visit of Aiyedatiwa women initiatives to various groups of people in Ondo State is not only to canvass for votes for the November governorship election, but also to engage them on some government programs for their benefits. Muslim women in Akwa South local government area are not left out of this gesture as they came out en masse to host the governor's aide and her entourage.
The government gave a specific instruction that you should go to where you are and you should not stress yourself. Anywhere you are, you should not meet you there.
Addressing them, Sheikh Osamaye expressed appreciation for their prayers towards the peace in the state, saying Governor Aiyedatiwa's mandate is to ensure that no one is left out in distribution of dividends of democracy. According to her, she is committed to carry along all the women as regards government's policy and how they could benefit.
We have come to sensitize them on the programs of the governor, Governor Lucky Orimisan Aiyedatiwa. We have come here to tell them that the governor loves them and he has plans, he has deliberate plans that must be implemented that will take care of their social welfare. That's why we are here. We are here to tell them that they are part of us, they are part of government. As Muslim women, their needs will be taken care of. So we have met them, we have interacted with them, we have danced together, we have rejoiced. We have come to show that the government of Orimisan Lucky Aiyedatiwa is a government for all women. All women will be properly taken care of in this government.
Others, including National President Women Artisans of Nigeria, Jumoke Aborodi, while highlighting Aiyedatiwa's dedication to the welfare of the people and his positive impact on the state, announced 5 scholarships to students in higher institutions in support of his government.
Women of Ondo State are going to vote massively for Governor Lucky Orimisan Aiyedatiwa because we have seen good tidings. We have seen him as a gender-sensitive governor.
Impressed by the visit, the women thanked the government for putting them into consideration.
Gbogbo àwọn obìnrin mùsùlùmí lápapọ̀ adẹ̀tì wọn lẹ́yìn àwà lẹ́yìn wọn apagbo yí wọn ká wọ́n bẹ̀rù ká fọkàn balẹ̀ ó ti di rọrùn. A sọ̀pọ̀tì gómìnà wa gómìnà Lucky Orimisan Aiyedatiwa ọ̀nà àdúró tí wọ́n o ọ̀nà àfúnwaṣe o. Ìbò tó ń bọ̀ yìí àti pé gbogbo àwọn obìnrin wa ti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ní agbára Ọlọ́run gbogbo wọn kò sẹ́ni kankan tó máa yọ sẹ́yìn nínú wọn.
Omolionla Mbiji, Osrc News.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has underscored the critical role of taxation in national development, urging practitioners to prioritize innovation in this sector. Aiyedatiwa, during the annual lecture and dinner of the Lizardale University Tax Club, highlighted taxation as a fundamental pillar of governance and economic stability. Said Aribisala has more.
It is a time for members of the Lizardale University Tax Club to get together outside the campus for the 3rd edition of the annual lecture and dinner night of the club. The event, hosted by the Ondo State Internal Revenue Service, had in attendance tax experts, legal luminaries, and government officials. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, represented by his Chief of Staff, Olusegun Omojua, addressed the importance of effective tax administration. Aiyedatiwa called for innovative approaches to tax collection, urging stakeholders to make the process more efficient without hindering national development.
One of the features of taxation is that it has to be convenient for the taxpayers. And in spite of the economic hardship in the nation, we still have to look for a way to generate revenue for government. So this calls for a new approach and new innovation.
Director of Personal Income Tax, Ondo State Internal Revenue Service, Mr. Oluwasegun Enikume, said the initiative to establish tax clubs in schools to educate the younger generation on tax responsibilities is critical to the growth of the sector.
We are raising the young ones to start from beginning, so that even at home, the can inform their parents, they can inform their friends, and they can tell them the importance of paying tax.
Guest speaker Dr. Tunji Fajimbola spoke on the impact of artificial intelligence on taxation and encouraged the club members to focus on personal growth amidst technological advancements. Fajimbola also emphasized the importance of adapting to the evolving taxation landscape.
When we begin to rely on AI to solve all problems for us, it can lead to mental laziness. It can also lead to indolence of the spirit.
Other dignitaries in attendance noted that the value of networking and building professional connections are essential tools for career advancement.
I want you to keep studies at the forefront of your minds. Ask yourselves how you can use your skills and knowledge to serve others.
Instilling period practice and ensuring that we produce students that are of international repute, and that's exactly what we are doing currently.
A word for dedication towards the success of the club were bestowed on members and executives.
A lot of Nigerians don't think about their taxes or paying their taxes or where their taxes are going to, and so during this course over the last 6-7 months, I've realized the importance of tax, the importance of being a tax compliant citizen.
A new set of executives took oath of office to steer the affairs of the club. The club also used the occasion to unveil its magazine, which offered insights on trends and issues in taxation. Sahida Obisala, Osrc News.
You're still on to Osrc News at 7 after the break. National Youth Service Corps clarifies directive on new minimum wage. Please do rejoin us for this and more. Go. Thank you very much for rejoining us. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.org or follow us on Facebook at OSRC TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. The National Youth Service Corps has denied a social media report that Corps members' bank accounts are being upgraded to accommodate 70,000 naira new national minimum wage. The Corps said no directive has been given by the relevant authority for it to start the payment of 70,000 naira minimum wage to Corps members or to upgrade their account. According to a statement by the NYSC Director of Information and Public Relations, Eddie Megwa, the report is misleading and false. The NYSC therefore advised Corps members to desist from allowing mischief makers who are set to mislead Nigerians to continue to play on their intelligence. The management of the University of Benin, Edo State, has set up a committee to investigate allegations of sexual harassment against a professor in the Department of Physiology. The announcement was contained in a circular issued by the Investigation Committee's Secretary, Billy Jonathan, and made available to journalists. Although the professor's name was not disclosed, the committee urged members of staff and students with relevant information or who have experienced any related incident to come forward and share it. It was gathered that the institution took the decision after an unnamed female graduate of the university called out the lecturer on social media. The university alumnus also alleged that the graduate suffered untold sexual harassment from the said professor during her undergraduate studies. The Ogun State Commissioner of Police, Abiodun Alamutu, has announced that 4 persons have been arrested in connection with the killing of a barber at Isaleo Jakuto, Abeokuta by suspected court. This followed another attack by a rival court group in which a 48-year-old POS operator was killed under the Kyoto Bridge, Abeokuta. The Commissioner of Police said the command is also on the trail of other suspects, warning that there is no hiding place for criminals in this state. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, in a nationwide operation, has seized multi-billion naira worth of cocaine concealed in heavy-duty automobile parts, fabrics, and systems. According to the agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, said that the agency intercepted 2.32 kg of cocaine at a career firm in Lagos and recovered over 10 kg of cocaine at the same logistics company. According to the agency, other seizures included 517 grams of cocaine, pentazocine injection, promethazine injection, cocodamol pills, and tramadol pills. The agency also recovered 21 parcels of loud and a synthetic strain of cannabis weighing 10 kg. The remains of Pa Joseph Adu, father of Ondo State All Progressives Congress chieftain Olumuyiwa Adu, has been laid to rest in Accra, Ondo State capital. The Nigerian died on the 28th of July 2024 at the age of 94. Osrc's Joy Pius reports that the funeral ceremony attracted dignitaries from far and near.
Pa Joseph Adu was born 94 years ago into the famous family of late Sau of Akure, Chief Williams Adu Faloko from Urowo quarters. Pa Adu was not only educated, he started his career as a teacher in 1957. He taught in many schools within the Old Western region before joining the Nigerian Army in 1973 and later retired as a warrant officer. To pay their last respects to Pa Joseph Adu, friends and well-wishers joined family members at St. Mary's Queen of Angels Catholic Church in the state capital to celebrate his impactful life. The officiating minister, Reverend Father John Oyewole, reminded believers of the need to live with eternity in view.
When death comes, there is nothing we can do again. People can only pray for us or now live in the mercy of God. But the inner page of these three things we're talking about is left for you what we have to think of it.
The remains of late Pa Joseph Adu was later lowered to Mother Earth at his residence. Chieftain of the All Progressives Congress and son of the deceased, Olumuyiwa Adu, siblings among others, described the deceased as a great blessing to humanity.
He was loved by his father. Even when the father was leading the war for Akure, he was always by the father, and that one is historical. So he has a lot of things I could remember to say about him, but I thought the short of it is that he was caring, highly intelligent, and forever.
He doesn't like cheating. He doesn't like past government. He always say the issue as it is.
He used to act like he's an art guy, but he's not. He likes to be around people. He loves God and he loves his children too.
He was a very strict person. He was so disciplined. I love you so much. I learned a lot from him.
I pray that God will continually stay with the family, and in this trying period especially, all of them, I pray that God will strengthen them.
At the reception, staff of Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation were on ground to celebrate with one of the children of the deceased, Mrs. Omobola Adejimi. The final burial ceremony for Pa Joseph Adu is scheduled to hold on the 14th of December 2024. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
Also, dignitaries from within and outside Ondo State gathered in Igbotako, local government area of the state to bid the renowned legal practitioner Clement Akintola Arikawe farewell. Officiating Minister and Coordinator Igbotako Baptist in diaspora, Reverend Ayo Oladapo, at the burial service held at the community's First Baptist Church, described death as inevitable, stressing the need for all to live a purposeful life. Omoriola and Richie has more.
The remains of the 59-year-old Clement Akintola Okawi were brought to the funeral service in company of family, friends, and loved ones. The rules of the choir rendition reflected on the reality of the vacuum created in the church and community at large. In his sermon, former chairman, Christian Association of Nigeria, Ondo State Chapter, Reverend Ayo Oladapo, who described the late Akintola Okawi as a committed Christian whose impact was felt, wants Christians to live for God regardless of challenges.
We need to know the glory of the life of our mother. It's so honestly, we have said it's not on me, it's not even hear us today. But it's because of me and you that are saying it that we should live life for Christ. That we should live our lives for glorifying God.
The wife, Bolaji Akintola Okawi, described her late husband as a good father, loving partner, and passionate helper.
God knows that this will be sent, for this is where we have found ourselves.
To some of his friends, they just had to submit to the will of Almighty God.
To me, it was a personal loss. A man of integrity, well loved by everybody. In our area here, his interventionist activity is second to none.
I know one thing. If everything that the Bible taught us is correct, he is in heaven.
Some may say he's not too exposed to a lot of people, but the few he was exposed to, he did his best to make sure that their life changed.
He's a very kind man, very straightforward, he's very godly.
He's a gentleman. I don't see him having issues with anybody. But like I said earlier, I call him my fearless uncle.
His first son, Ayomoku Akintola, who spoke on behalf of the family, said his father played significant roles in preparing them for the challenges of life and taught them to love and contribute to humanity.
It is very difficult as a child for you to understand well and truly how good or how great a person your father is, because he's your parent. But everything that I've seen over the last 2 or 3 weeks showed me my father was not only a father to myself, but a father to many people in the community and many people that he met in his life.
Great son of Ondo State, as referred to by the tribute of Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, late Clement Akintola Okawi, an Igbo-born philanthropist in Okitimupa local government, had all his elementary education in the community before proceeding to further his education within and outside the country. The late legal practitioner was appointed Federal Government Commissioner, Inspectorate, representing the Southwest at the National Pension Commission of Nigeria, a position he held until his death at age 59. Osrc News.
The UK government says visa applications have dropped from 141,000 to 91,000, about 35.46%, since changes to the immigration policy came into effect. In December last year, the government introduced new rules to reduce immigration from a record 1.22 million. The changes, which came into effect in January this year, banned international students from bringing dependents except those on postgraduate research courses or government-funded scholarships. Similarly, there were 13,100 applications from dependents of students between January and July 2024, about 81% fewer than January to July 2023. The country also recorded an 80% fall in the number of applications for health and care worker visas within this period. The move was part of the government's broader efforts to curb immigration, which reached a record high of 1.22 million last year. Still on the foreign scene, Brazilian authorities have finished recovering the bodies of the 62 people who died in a plane crash. Began examining the black boxes to determine the cause of the disaster. The plane was said to be in a sickening downward spin before it crashed into a residential area in the town of Vinhedo, near Brazil's financial capital, Sao Paulo. The plane fell almost vertically, landed on its belly, and exploded in flames, striking with such force that it was nearly flattened. A total of 62 bodies, 34 male and 28 female, were recovered and taken to the morgue in Sao Paulo for identification and delivery to their families. Two have already been identified through fingerprints, with Vinhedo Mayor Dario Pacheco saying they were the pilots and co-pilots. Experts from Brazil's Aeronautical Accident Investigation and Prevention Center have begun analyzing two black boxes recovered from the wreckage containing cabin conversations and in-flight data. And now to sports. Olympic gold medalist and Nigerian descent Yemisi Ogunleye has spoken of her Nigerian origin. She was speaking with newsmen after she won the silver medal in women's short put at the 2024 World Athletics Indoor Championships in Glasgow. Yemisi Ogunleye, born by a Nigerian father and German mother, hails from Omoke Ekiti in Ekiti East local government area.
I'm a German and my dad is Nigerian, so I'm a mixed girl, and it just makes me proud to represent Nigeria. Ekiti State, Umuoka, where my dad comes from. That's nice. Yeah, and also my hometown, Belheim in Germany. Yeah, it just gives me so much confidence to know that there's so many people out there supporting me, and they believed in me in times where I couldn't believe in myself, and they just spoke so many encouraging words into my life. Also, the support from my church. I go to an international church, Christ City in Karlsruhe, and I'm just so overwhelmed that, yeah, they supported me all these years and they believed in me, and we're definitely going to rejoice. I read the Bible verse that says, "Be bold, be strong, for the Lord thy God, he is with thee." So I think this really gave me confidence to perform on such a high level. He gave me so much peace, he gave me so much joy, and I was able to perform in my first attempt. 20 meters was so crazy. So really it is the grace of God that I am here, that I am alive, that I am healthy, and I just give glory to God that I was able to perform so well. Eshe Oluwa, Eshe Baba Oluwa, Awa Dupe Baba.
Yemisi Ogunleye, Olympic gold medalist, there speaking. And with that, we conclude the news tonight. But before we go, a quick look at the major stories. We told you in the news that Governor Aiyedatiwa has underscored the place of taxation in ensuring national development. More women groups have pitched their tents with the APC candidate ahead on the governorship poll. We told you that the National Youth Service Corps has clarified directive on new minimum wage. And from the foreign scene, we also brought to you that the officials has recovered 62 bodies from Brazil plane crash site. That's the news tonight. Thank you very much for your time. Good evening.
Go.